debating what to use this 2 minutes for. I thought I could use it to tell you how I'm the most experienced candidate. I could have thought how I could tell you how I would improve the awareness of the union and its communications, or I could tell you how I would make the university fairer. But actually, I've written a lot about this in my manifesto, on my website, bodenpresident.wordpress.com, and in my video I launched yesterday. So instead, I want to tell you the fourth reason I think you should vote for me, and it's one I only appreciated recently. I want you to vote for me because I'm a nerd. Now, I know what you're thinking, a Batman belt, those glasses and trousers like Howard off the Big Bang Theory, and he's only just realised he's a nerd. But bear with me. The role of president is about more than the bar and more in sports and societies. These are really important because it's how a lot of people engage with the union, and it's a big part of the student experience. But the role of the president, but they're more the vice president's responsibility. I'm a nerd for the other side of the union, the bit the president focuses on. I'm a nerd for welfare, I'm a nerd for NUS, and I really love fighting the corner for students. Whether it's campaigning against rising fees, whether it's making sure you have a great student experience, or supporting students in class rep meetings, but to name a few things. I've got the experience in these areas, I'm passionate about them, and I know how important they are. Basically, I'm not standing here listing problems or loose ideas that I've just listed from the job description. I've got experience and I've got firm solutions to problems. If you want to read more about this,
30 seconds.
Cheers. Then check my Facebook page or read my manifesto. Or check my website, bodenpresident.wordpress.com. Or even better, just come and talk to me. I'm going to be the guy wandering around university wearing a cardboard box for next week. But most importantly, if you like what you hear, if you believe in the power of the nerd, or if you just want to see an experienced president, remember to vote for me, Fergus Boden, as your next student president. Thank you. Okay, I didn't actually put redecorating the union bar in my manifesto because I think we've not quite got the budget for it at the minute, I'll be honest. I know recently we started looking for free sofas, and I think that's definitely a good way to go forward. If, student parliament, if people do feedback, they want a better...
Sorry, I've stopped the clock. Can you hold the microphone close?
Sorry. I hate the sound of my voice. But if people do want a new bar, then I think looking at free things like Gumtree, etc. are really good ways to go. As for the lack of female representation, I think that's a huge issue. This is the third year in a row we've not had a female candidate for sabbatical, and I think 3 years ago it was sort of like, this is bad. Last year it was definitely a crisis, and now I think we need to do something about it. As for what I do, I think we've not had a women's liberation MSP, so like a women's representative in student parliament this year, or at least half of the year. So I think that's a really important role. I think we need to get that there, set up a women's society, women, experience in things, knowledge of how to run, also use NUS to create workshops, accountability, create more media, people know what we're doing, people come and talk to us, get out there, talk to students, that's a big thing. Thank you very much, bye. These are really important questions, I agree. In terms of business, basically I do PR and marketing, so a lot of my course has been in the business school. So we've done things about strategic management, we've done a lot about how you run a business. So I've got sort of academic side, as well as that I've been involved in the union since I began, so I've seen like different presidents, how they've done it. I know what works, what doesn't work. I've seen what Michael and Melvin have done, and I think I can learn a lot from that. Engaging the health school I really think is important as well. Someone once raised with me that they think this could be one of the reasons there's less women engaged in the union, because the health school is so large, has such a large female proportion of students. And so you think that because they're not engaged, then that's why women aren't standing. But I think we do need to engage that, and I think part of the issue is that health school has compulsory placements for a lot of the year. So maybe look at different ways, we can address this, like offering roles, representation roles that only last half a year, like job sharing a role could be an issue to get around placements. So thank you.
Sorry, candidate, you have to.
Sorry. How am I going to bring my juices to the union? It's an obvious question. Basically, I've done a lot of work with charities, and a lot of our course we sort of have clients who are charities, and a lot of that is on a shoestring budget. So I think the key is we live in an internet age. The internet is basically free to use. So that's a really key way to do things. I think a lot of what we've done using Gumtree to get sofas, that was a really good move. I think things like that, just being creative with how he source things, on the cheap. Also my campaigns are done for basically free. Use rubbish you find boxes. People, just knowing what people want is what I'm trying to say. People want sweets, you give them sweets. So that's a campaign tip.
10 seconds.
No, it's quite during the week. Create dialogue is the key word there. The Maggie's Halls Forum was a fantastic thing. We got people in, they told us what they wanted to see, and that's going to bring them in. Top people.
You'll have 1 minute when you start.
Okay, 31st October 2009, Fergus Boden won the Halloween costume for putting a box in his head, punching 2 holes in it, and writing "I am a robot" on it.
Sorry, candidate, the question was, what have you not disclosed?
Sorry, I can't remember what I put on there, but I think I didn't mention first year, as with RAG, we pitched for £500 extra funding against a lot of other initiatives. We won that was quite an achievement. I got some awards to societies 2 years ago, I've forgotten quite what it was. I got my 200 metre swimming badge, I feel that's important. As for time management, I used to be horrific at that before I started being environment and ethics officer, but basically I've bought a diary and learned how to use it. Just live, you do your job, check it every week, check the diary, know what's coming, live life an hour in advance, just keep checking what you've got to do for the next hour.
10 seconds.
Thank you. And at the minute, like Johnny said, I'm doing a placement, 2 essays, a dissertation, campaigning for an election, trying to have a personal life, trying to actually have a job. That's time management.
Thank you, candidate. Sorry, just a minute.
How would we engage with people outside QMU is a really important question, because they are the students of tomorrow. I think it's something we really need to work with the university on. Just work with the people who, I forgot the department, but the people who look at applications. And just going out to schools maybe if we get the time, I think that's quite a lot of commitment. Having a presence at open days as well, that's really good, just to show them the best side of QMU, because I think we are really good, and we just need to start shouting about it. As for NUS, I've been a lot involved with NUS. I think a lot of the campaigns, you just need to explain to students how it's relevant. So postgraduate funding was a big issue, and there's going to be a lot about international fees. I think we need to just say to people, you're an international student, here's how your fees are going up, and let's work with NUS to stop this and get them on board. And it fits in with how we're going to let students know what we're doing all the time.
10 seconds.
Cheers. I want to create a lot more media. I want to create, just a YouTube channel. I'll get more students involved in creating media, because then people know what we're doing, people will know about the campaigns NUS are running. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, 30 seconds.
It started.
Oh, right. My colleagues bring this on this is really thrown together. Basically, I'm offering you a manifesto that's realistic achievements realistic aims that achieve massive things. I know what to expect with the job I've been working with Mike for the past 2 years, and I know what to expect if I get the job. The union changed my life, university life. I think without it I can't imagine being at uni, not being involved in the union. So I want to make sure other people have this opportunity too. And finally, I can't summarise everything, so visit my website, watch my video, because my friends are in it and they're really cool. And go to my Facebook page and like it, because it makes me feel nice.